Hey guys, so we're gonna do a story time today, the second one, and I'll link the first one below. So today I'm gonna share a story about a time I went to a salon in Nigeria. So about 4 or 5 years ago, right, I was in the by Elsa, Yenagoa area, and it was like the village area kind of thing. And I was actually texturized at the time. My sisters were both natural, and their hair was getting messy. My mum was busy. I didn't really do their hair that much at the time, so my mum really recommends and spoke highly about Nigerian salon. She was like, I know they used to do amazing hair back in the 80s, so she was pretty confident that they would, come through with my sister's hair. So my sister's hair is quite natural, quite long, quite thick. So we went to the salon now and got there. They started doing my sister's hair, and basically they didn't know what they were doing. Now, first of all, they weren't using moisturizer. They weren't using anything on their hair. And it was very surprising. I was just like, really? Like, no moisturizer? So I asked them, you're going to use moisturizer on their hair because, you might need it. And they were like, what moisturizer? Girl, that was the first straw. And the second thing is that they were combing their hair. They didn't know how to comb it, from how we say, start from the bottom and gently work your way up, or just use your fingers first and then gently detangle your hair. They were just combing it rough, talking about how their hair is so thick and too much, and it's too much work. And they looked like they were really working out like they'd never worked before. And then they said, hear what they said, don't you use a relaxer? Really? Okay, so they didn't know what they were doing, and it was just a disaster. I was so angry that day. Me and mom ended up having an argument. That's how bad it was, because I called my mom and I said, look, these people don't really know what they're doing. Come back, take us back, and let's just work something else out. My mom said, no, stay there, it's fine, I can't come back, I'm too far. But at the time, because of the way that they were just treating my sisters and doing their hair, they weren't listening to my advice. I was so annoyed, and I was not happy at all. And since then, I had just had a negative perspective on Nigerian salons and Nigerians' knowledge of natural hair in general, because majority of the time that I was there, I didn't see any natural hair. And I just figured that they didn't really know because of that experience. But lately, looking at social media, I've seen them do natural hair shows and stuff, and watching people like Sissy Yemi, I can see that it's a bit more out there because she's natural and she rocks her natural hair and she goes to natural hair events. And I've just seen it on Instagram, they have natural hair pages, they have natural hair Africa, so it's just nice, it's really nice. So I just wondered, I just wanted to start a topic from this discussion, what do you think about it? Have you ever had a bad experience with a natural hair salon in Nigeria, or wherever you're from? Has your hair been perceived in a particular way? Because that's why I always talk about normalized natural hair, because we're out here trying to make this thing normal. If people shouldn't be looking at you all types of crazy, wow, her natural hair is out. It shouldn't be like that. It should just be something that comes as a package of part of who you are. This is how God has blessed you. This is the hair he's given you, and it should be normal for you to wear it and be confident in it. And that's what, that's my vision anyway. I just find it really, really interesting, actually. But I'm really glad now that things have changed and developed, because that experience and the hair, when my sister's hair had finished, it wasn't nice at all. It didn't look like it was done by a professional, and my mum or myself could have done a lot better. So that's a big lesson learned. But I'm hearing that there's salons that specialize in natural hair in Nigeria, so that's really interesting. So please share below how your hair is perceived where you're from. And this is the thing, it doesn't matter how people perceive your hair or how they take it, because it's part of you, and God has blessed you in that way, so you're beautiful anyway, so it shouldn't even matter. I just think it's really interesting, and it's something to talk about. It's something to, and what I've learned as well about being natural is you need to know what to do with your hair and how to manage it. Most people don't know, and they can't be bothered to learn. And there's no excuse, because there's so many resources out there. There's YouTube, there's especially the internet. There's so much. There's blogs, there's YouTube channels, endless channels, different hair types, showing you how it's done and giving you advice and giving you motivation and confidence. And that's kind of how I went natural, because of the confidence and the motivation that people were giving me. But if you don't know what to do with your hair, how to handle it, how often to moisturize it, to deep condition it, to wash it from A to Z, if you don't know and you're not willing to learn, you're just going to keep saying negative things about your hair. Our natural hair is naturally dry, but there's things we can do about that to get by. For example, today I'm rocking a protective style. It was pretty quick and it didn't take me long to do, and these are the kind of styles that these are like my go-to styles when I want to put my hair away, which I'll be showing you how to do shortly. But you need to know how to do your hair in every season, and if you don't know, just know that there's resources out there. There's definitely this YouTube channel where we're learning and growing together, and there's so many amazing YouTube ladies and channels out there that just show you how to do it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and please share below your salon experiences. I know that there's good experiences, but I've only had bad, so yeah. But how is natural hair perceived where you're from? Have you ever been through this situation? I'm glad it wasn't my head, but I wasn't impressed that it was my sister's head. Take care, guys. Bye.